After I was properly diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, it made my relationships anything but easy. It took me going through 3 romantic relationships and way too many situationships for me to finally realize what was going on inside my head and how it was affecting all of my relationships. And honestly, not even romantic relationships, this also affected a lot of my friendships, probably most. One of the factors of most of my friendships and relationships ending was due to my mental health conditions. Honestly, it made me feel like I was very unlovable and I was never destined to have any friends or a significant other. Time and time again, I have heard the phrase, "Your mental health is way too much for us." In my last relationship, my ex-boyfriend had told me the words, "I don't know if I could be in a relationship with somebody that has BPD." I don't really think that people truly understand the severity of what those words actually mean, because for months to years, those words just kept me up late at night just asking myself, what the fuck is wrong with me, and am I ever going to actually get better? Am I ever going to be destined for good friends? Am I ever going to be destined to have a significant other in my life? Will I ever find the love of my life? Will somebody actually love me for me and all of the good, all the bad, everything in between? Will somebody actually love me even past my mental health conditions? Or will my BPD forever be a huge burden in my life? Then I took a step back and I realized maybe the problem wasn't me. Because if I was so consumed whether or not so-and-so could continue to be my friend or my significant other, then I was clearly seeking external validation, which means I truly did not have any self-love. If I don't even love myself wholeheartedly, how can I expect others to do the same? So I took a step back and focused on myself and my mental health and got to the point in my life where I loved myself for all of myself, all the good, all the bad, everything in between. I no longer looked at my BPD as a restriction or a form of weakness, rather I looked at it as a symbol of strength. I looked at it as a symbol of resiliency through all the shit that I've been through and I've overcome. Who knows if I will ever be cured from BPD, if there's even a cure? But I think it speaks even more volumes whenever you learn how to navigate your BPD and learn how to control it rather than letting it control you. All those friends, all those significant others that said that my BPD was too much or my mental health was too much were clearly not the right people for my life. If people are willing to use that to weaponize somebody, it clearly shows how little grace they give to others, and that honestly speaks for how little grace they give to themselves. It also shows the amount of tests and the amount of pressures from life that they're able to handle, which if you're going through life, you know that you need to have a strong support system that is willing to go through hell and back with you. You need people who are going to be there for you at your weakest and not just at your strongest. So despite my BPD making things a lot harder for me, my life, my friendships, and my relationships, honestly, without it, I don't think I would have been able to fully understand how resilient, how strong, and how much I can truly endure in this life. It only prepares me so much more for my future relationships, my future family, for my future self. So no, it's not a hindrance, it's not a limitation, it's not a restriction whatsoever. Your mental health conditions can very much be your greatest strength. There's a lot of negative connotation regarding mental health conditions and a lot of people are ostracized because of it. But none of that matters as long as you give yourself the grace to grow and to be better.